Senator Obama and Senator McCain are to appear at a presidential forum here in New York Thursday night, intended to be apolitical, intended to be about service. We'll see. In our third story on the countdown, the conclusion of my interview with Senator Obama about how everything else about 9/11 seems to have been co-opted for political advantage. Let me close with one last topic. This pertains to Thursday, obviously the 7th anniversary, our terrible anniversary of 9/11. How do you think the Republicans who were, for whatever this means, they were, as a matter of fact, in the White House in 2001 when this happened, how have they managed to paint themselves as the only people who could prevent anything resembling terrorism? And what do you do about however much of that perception remains?
Well, look, 9/11, I think, unified the country. And George Bush was the president at that time, and I think the American people did what they should have done, which is to rally around the president in this moment of crisis. That opportunity was squandered by the president, who talked about going shopping instead of pulling together to get serious about energy independence and to get serious about pulling the country together to meet our long-term challenges. But one of the things that the Republicans have done is to constantly talk tough, even though they act in not very intelligent ways. And if you repeat enough bluster, and if you're constantly talking about how you're going to go after folks, and if you launch war and show a lack of strategic judgment, some people can interpret that as, well, these guys are tough. They may not be very effective, but at least they're tough. And one of the things that I need to communicate to the American people is talking tough in Washington and deploying our military on missions that are not central to our defense. We can't afford to continue on that kind of path. We need a tough and smart strategy that focuses like a laser beam on Al-Qaeda, that focuses on rolling up terrorist networks, that focuses on finishing the job in Al-Qaeda, and focuses on rebuilding our alliances and our reputation around the world. There's nothing weak about that. That, I think, is going to be the measure of strength, and ultimately is going to keeps us more safe.
I must ask about the next step beyond tough talk, and then I'll let you go with our great thanks. But I don't know if you saw what the Republicans called the 9/11 tribute video during their convention, which was played on all the cable networks. It was graphic, and it used video that had long since been put on the shelf out of bounds by news organizations, to the widespread approval of our viewers and mental health organizations, I might add. Should a video like that, with such graphic images of that horrible day, be shown in the context of a political campaign by anybody, by any campaign, by any candidate?
Well, it's not something we would have done, because I think that 9/11 is beyond partisan politics. That's why I'm going to be appearing with John McCain on at Ground Zero on Thursday, because that was something that should be pulling us together. It's not something that should be, I think, trotted out in political moments. But obviously they made a different judgment. They are free to do so. I believe that the American people are interested in who's going to make sure that the next administration is keeping us safe in the future and not looking backwards.
Senator, thank you so much. I'll see you at the Cubs-White Sox World Series.
I'm a little worried about my White Sox. Our all-star got hurt, so we'll see how it turns out.
We will indeed. Thank you again, sir. Take care.
Thanks. Take care, Keith.